but he's got such a low gateway count, he really doesn't want to suicide units. I mean, you know, normally you don't want to suicide units ever, but especially when you have such a low gateway count and you can't replenish them. Meanwhile, pallmall just adding more gateways, finally getting some goon range. Ooh, looks like the obs barely passes that. And he has no dragoons even to really snipe the shuttle. Going for a counter drop of his own with 3 High Templars. Is three the magic number? I usually go with 2 and a zealot or something to tank hits, but well, I guess they like going with 3. I like this obs in the back here. This will allow the cannons to slide onto the cliff. It looks like he's gonna drop one and get no probes. Nice reaction time by pallmall, but yeah, basically if you have cannons here but nothing spotting on the high ground, your opponent can actually just suicide the shuttle and just drop in here anyway. But if you have an obs here, the cannons can actually shoot before the shuttle gets there, so that's quite nice. Now in the bottom right we do have a 4th base going up for pallmall. Looks like, ooh, interesting, Must leaving some units back here. He might actually intercept this. He only has 1 dragoon though. Does he have any other dragoons? No, he doesn't. So unfortunately for him, not going to be able to catch this. Can he get a good storm off? Doesn't quite catch the tail end of that transfer. But I like this a lot because if you look at this, the architecture of the map, and oh, it looks like a counter drop coming down here. Can he get it off? Pallmall is paying attention. Doesn't quite get it. So both players on the ball. But yeah, you see, there's just a thin wall back here, so it's very easy to just even walk Templars back here and storm the 3rd. So that's very nice. And uh-oh, is he gonna lose the shuttle? Shut that out! Is gonna get caught. He does drop a Templar though and get a final parting storm off, but he will lose that. So it's very interesting seeing these very zealot Templar heavy compositions, because I mean that just makes the storm drops, man, so hard to deal with. If you got no dragoons, you can't chase down the shuttles. Interestingly, Must still hasn't taken the 4th, so and this one is about to finish. So once this gets up with some probes there, pallmall is going to be a full base ahead, and he's already been ahead, I think, in this game, getting +3 now. Indeed, that is +3. And Must, I believe, is still at +1. Indeed, he is getting his 4th base now with 1,000,000 pylons. That's interesting. He is supply capped at 123, but these will all finish in time. And meanwhile his opponent is, wow, 50 food ahead. Look at that. Pallmall 177, going a bit high in the money, but he is adding gateways as he should be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 gateways in the main. So pallmall in a pretty commanding position here. And uh-oh, looks like we have a suicide drop. That doesn't do anything. Nice. Pallmall, meanwhile, just taking advantage of his lead and his high money to expand yet again. That is certainly a way to keep your money down. I mean, you know, if you have a lot of money, if you're getting close to max, just build Nexus everywhere. And Must sees the base right here. I don't actually know if it got, I think it got near enough to see the Nexus was done, so he's not too happy about this. He's sending a special forces squad of zealots here to try and snipe it, but, well, there's actually only 2 cannons, so they will be able to get it if, actually, nah, I don't think they'll be able to get it. They might get the cannons and some probes, but as soon as pallmall sees this, yeah, he's moving all his armies back. He does have speed lots of his own, so he should be able to come back in time. And oh, it looks like he might even do a drill. No, he's actually gonna transfer to the 6, which well, it's almost done. So yeah, he will lose the cannons, but wow, Must is actually not even gonna save that. Looks like there was another storm drop here, getting 7 kills from Must. I don't know if that's really worth it. I assume he lost the shuttle for that. But pallmall, for whatever reason, deciding not to save this. Instead, oh my god, getting some huge storms on Must's army. Pallmall instead just going for the kill right here. The upgrades are 2-0 for pallmall against 1-0, and more importantly, a much bigger army for pallmall. He's just crushing through right here. Must's army disintegrating. Look, that storm. I don't even know who cast that storm. GG! Pallmall takes the win and will go on to play in the winners match. Must goes on to the losers match. It is not over for him just yet, but he will have to win the next 2 games if he wants to stay alive in the tournament. So nice PvP to start off the day. Let's